Faucha. Hello and welcome to Whisky Tour Guide Keith's video vlog. Special video for you here. On a recent tour to Islay, I filmed a few whisky tastings on location, and in this clip you're going to see me at one of Islay's most historic locations. I'm talking of course about Finlaggan, the historic seat of the Lord of the Isles. Now when we pulled up to go down and film, me and the good lady wife, there was a fisherman just coming off the water back into his car, and he said, "Are you drinking Finlaggan at Finlaggan?" Yes, where else to drink it? So without much further ado, I pass you over now to my very similar looking colleague over on Islay. Hopefully you enjoy the review. See you after. So here we are at Finlaggan, home of the Lord of the Isles, on the big island where the main settlement was, and where better to drink Finlaggan whisky than at Finlaggan. On Islay, the sun is out, beautiful day. The bottle of Finlaggan that I have for you is from the 2018 Islay Whisky Festival. It is a limited edition, 700 bottles, one of 700, vintage distillation, whatever that means. Distilled 2019, bottled April 2018. So nicely presented. This one cost me the princely sum of £49.50. We'll get it out, tell you what it says in the bottle. Nice little box. Always say, shouldn't matter, does to me. Just a little bit of massaging of the enjoyment. So, the Vintage Malt Whisky Company in Glasgow are the company that do Finlaggan. It's a mystery Islay distillery. I've done the Finlaggan reviews before. I like this whisky, I think it's great value. And what they say here, it's carefully chosen from our quietly aging stocks. This delicious single cask was distilled in 2009 and bottled to celebrate Feis Ile 2018. One of only 700 bottles filled from a refill, but this delectable dram contains all the complex smoky peaty flavours which are the hallmark of the very finest Islay whiskies, and it is at the not inconsiderable 50% ABV. Brand new bottle, so we'll get tucked in, we'll get it into the glass, we'll have a little nose, and then of course we will get it in the mouth, have a little taste, tell you what I think of it. So as it said there, single casks, 700 bottles from a refill, but doesn't say sherry or anything, so I'm assuming bourbon. It doesn't say virgin oak or anything, so almost certainly bourbon. Smells of whisky, smells of nice Islay whisky. Beautiful sort of honey colour, nice sort of rich yellow colour. So for a 9-year-old, 8-9 years old, and considering it's not been a sherry butt or anything like that, very decent colour on this Finlaggan. How does it look up there? Hopefully it stays, doesn't disappear off the back. Okay, on the nose. So yeah, it's when I've mentioned the honey colour, it's quite honey sweetness, a little bit citrusy. So honey and lemon are the two sort of first notes that I'm getting. I'll get a little bit of peat, a little bit of smoke, nothing ridiculous. Quite fresh, a little bit of sort of that sea air, so nothing too deep or complex coming at me. If I had to go for anything it's like at the moment, quite reminiscent of a Highland Park, the Highland Park 12, something like that. So that's on the nose. Let's have a little taste. So again, got the citrus notes, bit of lemon, bit sugary, and that just a little bit of honey coming off it. Not too mucky, not too much of the peat, but a little bit of smoke. It's quite young, feeling a little bit of heat in my throat. Sort of hot lemon vapours. Good to get rid of a cold, this one, I think. A little bit of wood coming through now. Definitely no fruit in this, no red fruit, nothing like that. You've got your citrus notes, but nothing, none of your Christmas cake, none of your sherry or port or anything like that. So you're starting to get more of the smoke as you drink more of it. Quite resinous, sort of varnish coming up. A relatively narrow whisky, nothing too, as I say, full-bodied about it. It's a nice little dram if you like your Islay whiskies. This is not, it's nothing too left field. It's right down the middle, what you'd expect. We'll add a little bit of water now. See how we go here. Excuse the fingers. Doing everything but adding water to the whisky here. One more. There we go. Let's see what some water does. A bit more grassy now. Not as strong as the alcohol, so a bit more of a sort of summer's field. Again, when you're sitting in a summery field drinking whisky, talking about summery field notes, you wonder if it's the field or the whisky, but we'll go with the whisky. A bit lighter on the nose with the water. Again, quite sharp. It's a bit more turning your charcoal or your ash, that sort of burnt, but not too hot. Still quite narrow, quite charred. So there you go. That's my little nosing and tasting notes for the Finlaggan single cask release vintage distillation Feis Ile bottle 2018. If you have one and you've been drinking it along with me, then hope you've enjoyed it as well. But I'll be sharing this with friends, drinking it this is more suitable I think for a winter's night than a beautiful blue sky sunny day. But they've not let me down yet. The Vintage Malt Whisky Company with their Finlaggan. It's maybe not the greatest you'll ever taste, but if you like your Islay single malts, you will not go wrong with this. So there we go. From Finlaggan, the seat of the Lord of the Isles, right in the heart of Islay. All the best. Slanjava. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. As you can see, the weather isn't always bad in Scotland, indeed quite the opposite. It's often very, very nice. If you did enjoy that video, there are plenty more where that came from. Some filmed on location, on Islay, on Jura, other places around Scotland. So check them out. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. But for now, thank you for watching and we'll see you again. Cheers.